Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coming In Hot with Caroline. We are back with a new episode. And you know what? It couldn't be more perfect timing. Okay. Positivity. Positivity is a muscle that you must train. And it's funny that I'm talking about it today because I could not use these tips more. And I'll tell you why. I wasn't feeling my absolute best. I haven't had the easiest day, and you still have to show up. I think as women, I think that is the greatest challenge that we have is we really deal with a lot. We have a lot of responsibilities. We have a lot of pressure. And unfortunately, no matter what, we're expected to show up, and usually with a smile. So today was one of those days. I'm going to be transparent, showing the good and the bad and the ugly. And I know that doesn't really suit everyone. And I know it makes some people uncomfortable. But for me, it is my personal journal. And I always want to remind everybody I am not perfect. I get upset. I get angry. I get frustrated. I have been resentful. Can I have a short fuse sometimes? Yes. Can I let an argument linger a little too long? Yes, I can. But it is constant work for me too, to find that positivity, to find that good mood so that I can show up. And that's why I thought it was really important to discuss this topic, especially when I'm feeling this way, because I've got to use these tools myself today. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to make other people feel this way. So there are some tips and some things that I do that help me kind of navigate these moods, because I think we all have them. I mean, listen, we have hormones, we have emotions, and I think as women, it's okay to say we're complicated, because we are. I don't think it is simple. I don't think the human emotion is simple. When I feel positivity is a real muscle that we have to train, right? So there is this thing about the more you do it, the more you practice it, the more it becomes a habit and a routine for you. There are things that you have to do and put in place that you know work for you. So let's get started. We literally have steps that we really do, and I wanted to share them with you. So if you're going through a hard time, if you're just feeling a bit down and negative a lot, there are ways to train your brain to kind of see the good. So number one, I will honestly say always ask for help. I don't know why we feel so ashamed to be imperfect. No one is perfect, and we all need help. We all need love and support. We do. The ones who don't get it, you see why they're not thriving, why they're not feeling their best. You wonder where anxiety and depression comes. Again, it comes when we don't have that acknowledgement, when we don't have that affection, when we don't have that feeling good. So you have to ask for help. There is nothing wrong with asking for help. I ask for help all the time. I've gotten to a point now where I know when I'm whether it's like a hot flash, whether it's a menopausal rage, whether it's just a bad mood or cranky, or whether maybe I'm just hearing things that I don't like, or maybe I watch something that just kind of makes me anxious, or I read something that just did not sit well with me. Again, I am very open to saying to John or somebody around me, hey, I'm just not having a great day, or hey, I'm not feeling my best, or hey, I'm feeling a little bit anxious. I just need some help, whether it's, hey, can you leave me alone for a little bit? Or hey, I just need some quiet. Or hey, can I talk about this with you? No judgment. Whatever it is, reaching out to a friend and saying, hey, do you want to meet for lunch because she makes you feel good? She makes you laugh. We all have those friends that you tap into when you're not feeling your best. So who is that? That's who you reach out to. Again, when you're in a negative headspace, sometimes we do need a little help. And I just want to remind you that there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm the first person to ask for help because, again, no one can do everything, and we all need a little bit of support. So when you're not feeling like your best self, you don't want to feel alone. To me, feeling alone makes you feel more isolated, and then you feel like there's less hope. But when you kind of talk to somebody and you kind of feel like, oh, I've been through that, or hey, I have a friend that just did that and she did this, or you start getting some information, or you start getting some empathy or sympathy. You know what I mean? There is something in that camaraderie of sharing something with someone and them sharing something with you that it makes you feel better. It makes you feel seen. It makes you feel heard. It does. So there is something about getting help, asking for help, because again, that triggers your brain that you give a shit about yourself. I'm sorry, it does. There is no shame, again, in needing help. And there is something incredible in the needing of help because, again, you see the support in others, you see the love in others, and it usually makes you feel better. So step one, ask for help. Now, number two, this is something that I like to do because I know for me how much it can change my entire day in my entire mood by someone just paying me a simple compliment. Like by someone just going out of their way to say good morning or great smile or cute outfit or you look beautiful today or hey, I'm glad you're here. You know what I mean? Like you see reels of people driving around and it's calling out compliments to people, and you see people like dead straight, like resting bitch face, and then all of a sudden a huge smile because of the compliment they were just paid. So there is something about being kind to others and lighting up someone's day that is so empowering and makes you feel really good. And the more that we spread that love and that compassion and that positivity, the more that you receive it. Like, again, put it out there so you receive it. You get what you give. So the more that you put it out there and the more you give, the more you're going to receive. So for me, I go online, seriously, comment 3 positive things online each day. Like literally, because positivity begets positivity, right? If you leave a positive comment, you will see on a post. Go look at any post and notice when somebody leaves a positive comment, you get a ton of positive comments after it. Once somebody leaves a negative comment, it opens the door for the floodgates of negative comments. And if we could just imagine, we could keep spreading positivity and kindness by just leaving 3 positive comments on people's posts. Even text your friend, say it to your mom, a family member. It could be a friend at school if you're a teenager or middle schooler or in college. It doesn't have to just be online. Just do 3 kind things, whether you're just walking across the street and just be saying good morning and you look beautiful or have a great day. I cannot tell you what that little bit of kindness can not only do for you, but for somebody else. And let me tell you something, it feels really good to make someone's day. So imagine what you get in return from that. Just give 3 compliments. Trust me. Okay, number 3, smile. And I know sometimes it's even a forced smile. Like, I'm not joking. If you smile at somebody, most likely they will smile back. If you're walking around with a smile on your face, more likely that people will approach you, right? You seem more approachable, right? Why do people make comments about resting bitch face? What is that? Why do people joke about that? Why is that even a term? Right? Because it makes people uncomfortable. It makes people unapproachable. It makes people perceive you a certain way. So what does a smile do? The same thing. So when you're smiling, again, sometimes it is a forced smile. Sometimes a forced laugh will actually trigger a real laugh. I don't know if you guys have ever done it, but we have like faked laugh and then it turns into a real laugh. So again, it's about tricking your brain. It's about taking control. It's about deciding how you want to feel and what you want to do with it and making that decision for yourself and telling yourself what you're going to do with it, right? So for me, I'm like, yeah, remind yourself to smile. Sometimes it's like you got to trigger your brain. You got to remind yourself that like sometimes you walk around, you don't even realize, like John sometimes, genuinely, you guys, is somebody that has to practice the smiling. Like he is somebody that looks very serious, can look very stern sometimes, even if he's not stern or angry or anything, but he can have that tendency to kind of seem like something's wrong. Do you know what I mean? Or like I'm like, are you okay? Or like, what's going on? When he's like, because he's not, it doesn't seem smiley and light. You know what I mean? And I always tell John, smile, like joking, and he'll be like, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing a fake smile, but he will literally put it on, and it's like after a while, it's like, yeah, train yourself, make it a habit. Try to remind yourself to put a smile on your face. It makes you feel better. Just like a good laugh makes you feel better. When you walk past that mirror and see a smiling person rather than a super pissed, angry, annoyed person, it makes you feel a certain way. So again, sometimes you just got to fake it till you make it. So I say keep practicing smiling and just saying something nice to someone, because when you bump into somebody or you see somebody nice on the street, on the corner, even yesterday, you guys, I was at a huge event and every person I saw, I can genuinely say, a girl opened the door, came out of the bathroom, and the first thing I said to her was like, wow, you look beautiful today. Huge smile on her face. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And then of course she responded, you look beautiful today. I was like, oh my God, thank you. I didn't have to say anything, but let me tell you something, it was worth it. It was so worth me paying that compliment. And I did it all day yesterday. And there was so much joy in all of that. Like I smiled, they paid me compliments, I paid their compliments. We felt like connected. It was amazing. And it did make me feel better. So don't forget to smile. Don't forget to say something nice to somebody. It changes your entire mood. Okay. This is a really good one. Number 4, when walking into a room, Look for things that you like versus things that can be fixed or you don't like. So I find this really interesting because, again, it's that negative mindset and that positive mindset. You have people that walk into your home and will literally point out things that are either scratched or broken or maybe don't work or and there are people that will walk into a home and literally be like, oh my God, look at that beautiful vase. Maybe they don't like anything else, but they'll point out and try to see the good, right? And again, imagine in life us doing that, right? Rather than always looking for the negative and walking in with the negative, how do we change that and walk in with positivity? How do we see the good? And this is like, again, I can talk about John and I, the way he presents business situations. Sometimes he comes in real hot with all of the problems rather than coming in very hot with all of the positives and then us discussing, okay, these are the few things we can fix, or coming to you and saying, hey, this is working so well, putting you in that good mood, that good mindset, and then saying, hey, let's set up a meeting to go over what's not working so that we can improve. But again, there's always a time and place. And I think it's easy to constantly just look for the negative, look for what's not working, look for what you're annoyed by, like just again, negative. It's easier. It's harder to take the time to put yourself in a good headspace and to walk around a room or walk around somebody and present that positivity, right? So yes, it takes work and it takes commitment and you have to work at it and practice it. Even if it's starting where you walk in, if you walk into a store, if you walk into a home, if you walk into an event, rather than picking apart the things that aren't working or aren't perfect, try really working on looking for the good, looking for that positive comment that you can make. And again, that's in any situation, whether it's a friendship or whether it's a discussion you're having or an argument you're having. Again, come in with positivity because it sets the stage and it actually gets your defenses down. And then you kind of slide into, hey, let's talk about this when you're feeling good. You give the person the option and you kind of work from there. So you're not just coming in hot with a bunch of shit that it's going to stress you out, freak you out. What good does that do? It's just like somebody pointing something out on your house. I remember somebody walking in and pointing out that they didn't like the color of the walls. And it's like, why? What's the point of even mentioning that when you know I can't change it right now? It's like, why not just say like, oh, it has great light, or it's like great, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. Try to find the good rather than the negative. Okay. Number 6. Evaluate who you are hanging out with or the types of shows you are watching. Choose more positive, uplifting messages, especially before bed. So again, you guys, it really is something that we talk about a lot, about how, you know, outside things do affect you. What you're watching does affect you. If you're watching a lot of scary and a lot of like crime docs, like, yes, you're going to have anxiety. If you're watching like the fighting, I remember watching Euphoria about the teenagers, and I have boys that are about to be teenagers. I'm not joking. I remember the first season, I had crippling anxiety watching it. Not joking. Like stress, sweating, like my stomach hurt, kept watching it. I didn't put it down, but I didn't feel good. I was really stressed watching it. And that's probably not something to do right before bed, right? So again, it's like you taking control to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. If you don't want to wake up cranky or you don't want to wake up stressed, again, going to bed cranky and stressed is probably not going to help. Watching things that bring out the negative, bring out fear, bring out confusion, bring out whatever it is that stresses you out, that's probably not going to help you be positive. So for me, yes, when I'm like after I've watched something really stressful or scary, I like to put on like some mindless TV or like Crazy Rich Asians, like always puts me in a good mood, that movie. You know what I mean? Like something light and fun that always puts me in a good mood. I always laugh. Bridesmaids, like when I'm in a bad mood or I'm cranky, like I'll put something on that just makes me laugh, and it works every time. So again, what you're watching does affect your moods. The music you're listening, there are songs that make me cry. Like that song by Alex Warren, literally tears come out every time I listen to it. There are songs that just make you want to dance and have the best time, right? Again, what you're looking at, reading, right? You're watching the news all the time. You're reading the news all the time. You're probably not going to be in a good mood. You're probably going to be stressed. You're probably going to have horrible anxiety, right? So sometimes you just got to know when to read those things. You have to be informed, but is it right before bed or right before something important? Probably not. So again, paying attention Again, chaotic, messy cars, messy homes, like that doesn't help your mood. It does not help stress levels. So again, how do you take charge? How do you make choices that set you up for success? So again, maybe watching more positive things, listening to more positive things, doing things that affect your life positively always help. Okay, let me keep going really quick. When you're in a mood, say it. Guys, speak up. You have a voice. Don't ever think that you're not allowed to have a bad day. You're not allowed to feel what you're feeling. We all are evolving, we're all changing, we're all growing, and we're all dealing with a lot every day. We're dealing with outside, uncontrollable situations that do affect us. We're dealing with world problems that affect us. Yes, we're all going to have a mood. We're all going to feel things, and we're all going to feel them differently. So please speak up. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. Just share it. Speak up. It's okay. You're allowed. Let me see. Okay, most important one, get up, get dressed. You guys, you knew I was going to say this. Putting on a cute outfit or something that just makes you feel good. You guys, I'm telling you, when I'm in the worst mood, when I'm in a cranky mood, those little happy tools really do work for me. Getting outside and putting my face in the sun and having a little gratitude. Again, choosing positivity. Me thinking about all the things I do have rather than everything that didn't work out. I have to choose to think that way. I have to make an effort in the morning when I do my gratitude to think of the good and the positive, right? Moving your body. That's another one. Exercise. I can't tell you how good it is. If you're in a headspace, if you're not feeling very positive, if you're just feeling negative and down, you need some endorphins. Just a lap around the block, move your body, get some exercise in, whether it's a hike outside, get outdoors, touch grass, breathe in the fresh air, get your face in the sun. Sitting in a room, staring at your phone, doom scrolling is not going to help. That's not going to put you in a good mood. Sitting and just constantly thinking about the same thing with no resolution is not going to put you in a good mood. Getting outside, moving your body, looking at the sun and hearing the birds and getting some fresh air, guaranteed medicine will make you feel better. Okay. And getting up and getting dressed, I'm going to say it again because it's so important to me. I've based everything I do and say on that because it is about you taking charge, you getting up and standing on your own 2 feet because you've decided that you're worth it and you're not going to let some negativity take over, right? You've made that decision for yourself. Now you're going to get dressed and put something fucking cute on because you know you're worth it. You know that it makes you feel better because looking like shit never makes you feel good. So yes, I'm going to put something on that, like when I look in the mirror, I look cute because that does something to my brain. That negativity turns into positivity. From looking like shit, I'm more negative, to looking good, I'm more positive. So yes, I'm going to make the effort to look good because I want to be more positive. You're your number one fan. You're your number one support system. So if you don't believe, no one else is definitely going to believe. So you've got to speak to yourself positively and you've got to know how to get in control of your own emotions. No one else can do that for you. You've got to know you. You've got to dig deep and you've got to realize what works for you and get that happy toolbox so that you know how to be in control of yourself, right? And your emotions and how you react to things. Again, we have power and control. Use it. Address the issues that are causing your negativity. You've got to be honest with yourself. That's what I'm saying. Don't let it fester. Don't let it build. Don't let years go by. Again, when you don't talk and you don't speak, it's toxic. And that toxic is in your body. That's what gives you anxiety and that's what makes you sick. I really believe that. So do not hold in. You got to let it out. You got to talk about it. You got to be honest. You got to face yourself. Do it. Trust me. Last, remember, negativity isn't always about what you think is negative. It is how it is perceived by the recipient. Did they ask for help or your opinion? Did you need to say that? Again, having an awareness of how you're handling things, how you're dealing with people, and then again, how they're dealing with you. You've got to set your boundaries. You've got to know what you're comfortable with. You've got to speak up about it so that you stay positive. If you don't say anything and you don't manage it and you don't set boundaries, then nobody really knows and then it can become chaotic, right? So it's always about taking control, knowing who you are, making the effort, digging deep, and using your happy tools. That's it. And when you find those tools, let me tell you something. It makes living each day as the best version of you a little bit easier. So I know we can find it. I know we can be more positive. I know positivity begets positivity. I know positivity is a muscle that we must work and train. And I'm telling you, I'm working on it daily. I hope you are too. These are some tips that really help me because yes, in a very chaotic world, you got to find a little peace in the chaos. And the only way you can find that peace in the chaos is having control over your own emotions. So, ladies, we got this one day at a time. And again, Positivity really is a gift, and the more we spread it, the more we receive it. So let's keep doing good. Let's keep spreading positivity. Let's keep checking ourselves so that we're being honest with ourselves and actually taking responsibility and accountability for our own actions, and making sure that we are really working towards that best version of ourselves every single day, doing whatever we can because we're worth it. Our happiness is worth it, right? I'll see you next week. Please like, follow, review, anything you can do to help. I so appreciate you, and we'll be back next week with another episode. I love you all. Mwah. Bye.